Okay, good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the workshop Powering Up English Lessons Through Gamification. Welcome, everyone. There are many teachers there in YouTube and here in Google Meet. Let's start greeting each other. We want to know where you are from, your schools, your expectations from this course. You can write in the chat, please.
Welcome, everyone. Let's see the questions. They say, where are you from? What levels are you teaching? And what do you expect from this workshop? You can share through the chat. We will wait a couple of minutes before we start with the presentation.
Can you hear me well, Miss Gabby? Because...
Yeah, it's okay. Everything works well.
Thank you. So are you teaching in primary school, in high school? Which city are you now in?
Yeah, it's a bit better.
Okay, we have people from Aguaray, Salvador Massa, teachers from primary school and secondary school. They want to refresh some ideas about gamification. Who is that with the microphone? Okay, we have people from Oran. Hi.
Hi, everyone. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Okay, a lot of teachers working in primary school. Another teacher from Pichanal, from Mosconi. It's so nice to have you here. Santa Victoria Este. Good. People working in both levels. Okay. Campo Quijano, okay. Tartagal, Apolinario Saravia, San Lorenzo. Okay. What about your expectations? What do you want to learn from this course?
Coronel Juan Solá, I can read.
No diga.
I expect to learn how I can improve my digital skills.
Rosario de la Frontera, Secondary School, Teaching and Training College. Vietnam. People from Salta, also capital. Santa Victoria Oeste, Colonia Santa Rosa.
Rivadavia.
Coronel Juan Solá.
Rodrigo Ramos, he is saying that he wants to join the meet. You can try, Rodrigo, because we have a couple of places there. Oh, I think we shouldn't accept any more teachers here in Meet, Miss Gavin.
Okay.
Sí. No, la mitad no. Sin sal.
From San Carlos, okay. Anybody from Cafayate?
Si así la saca, ¿cómo no va a poder? Y yo pensé que era yo, Lirotti, pero me dejaste tan feliz de saber que hay otro igual. Digo,
All right, I think we can move on, Miss Gabby.
Okay.
To the next slide.
Yeah. Okay. Can you silence the other people or not?
sí, esa vez cuando saqué del
Claro.
I can't. Okay, good afternoon, everyone, again. Welcome to this workshop, Powering Up English Lessons Through Gamification. My name is Constanza Oliveros, and together with Mrs. Gabriela Bustos, we will be delivering this workshop. Our team, Digital Education, is also assisted by Professors Claudia Corimacho and Cristina Villagra. And today we have the amazing opportunity of learning from Magister Romina Marazita. I will tell you a little bit about Licenciada Gabriela Bustos. She is a teacher of English as a foreign language, and she has a bachelor's degree in teaching English as a foreign language. She was awarded a Fulbright scholarship as teaching assistant for the Spanish department at Willamette University at Salem, Oregon, in the United States, between August 2012 and May 2013. She has worked for different state schools for more than 15 years at different levels, and she has also worked for various private institutions for more than 12 years. At present, she is pursuing a graduate diploma in psychology at Catholic University of Salta. And she's been working for the digital education team for the Ministry of Education in Salta for 2 years.
Thank you, Carolina. Well, now I will tell you something about Carolina. Carolina, wait a second, has a degree in English teaching and education, and she has over 10 years of experience in teaching the English language and culture in high school and in different institutions and levels. She specializes in education and information and communication technologies, and now she's currently pursuing a master's degree in the language sciences at the National University of Salta. And she's been working in the digital education department since March.
This year. Thank you. So let's warm up. Oh, okay.
First of all, I will tell you what we are going to do in this meeting. Yes, first of all, we will present the workshop. Then we are going to have a presentation by Magister Romina Marazita about the role of gamification in motivation and attention. And then we will share with you some activities, gamified activities for your lessons with ICT tools. Yes, and finally, at the end of this meeting, we are going to share the assessment form and attendance. Remember that these are the two, requirements for getting the certification for the course.
Okay, and in today's session, we are going to understand the fundamentals of gamification and its main components. We are also going to become familiar with digital tools that facilitate gamification in our classrooms, so that we can recognize the importance of incorporating gamification in the teaching of English as a foreign language. All of these to finally strengthen teaching competencies for creating gamified environments that engage students' interest and emotional dimension of learning. This is our goal.
Good, excellent. Well, as I said before, these are the two criteria that we are going to take into account for giving you the certification for this workshop: the attendance at the end of the meeting and the completion of an evaluation form at around 5:30, yes, with a couple of questions related to all the activities we worked through the workshop. And also, we will have a practical task that you are going to attach to the evaluation form. So you have to get ready and participate in all the activities and complete all the activities along the session. And at the end, you are going to complete the form. In this form, you will be asked to attach an activity a practical activity that we are going to develop in the workshop, right? Okay. So before we start with the presentation of Romina, we are going to brainstorm some ideas. So I want you to send through the chat here in the Meet and also in the YouTube streaming the following emojis. Yes, consider, yes, the first one is going to be this one. If you know, send this emoji if you know the difference between gaming and gamification. Yes, I'm going to wait a little bit for your answers, both through Meet and also YouTube. Okay, great. Can you tell us? Can you share through the chat some ideas? Because I can see some people do know. Renata, can you share what do you know about this difference, please? Or anybody? Celia says no, she doesn't. All right. Okay, some people do not. Tell us your ideas. What do you think? This is a brainstorming, so just share whatever you want. Okay. No answers in the streaming, Caro? Not yet?
There is some delay here, and they are reacting now, and some of them are thinking.
Okay,
you can also write. You can write here in the chat if you know the difference, okay?
Hi, Alicia. Well, Romina says learning through games. But which one? Gaming or gamification? Gaming is playing a game, says Jessica. Good, excellent.
I have an answer here. It says, you develop tasks using game steps for gamification. Fernanda Peralta says, gamification is incorporating game elements in non-game environments. All right.
Great, awesome. Well, let's move. Well, gaming is playing a game. Gamification has to do with using games to motivate students. Jose, thank you, Jose. Great. Okay. So Dai says game is a game to play. Gamification is applying characteristics of games in a different environment, such as education, to motivate or facilitate the learning process. Great. Good answers.
Noelia Tintilay says that it is the incorporation of game-like elements to the class. For example, badges, leaderboards. Lionel Gamisai, he says, gamification has a pedagogical aim.
Great. Great answer.
Let's see the next one.
Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, so now you have to send this emoji if you offer your students prizes or rewards when they perform well in classroom or homework. Okay, tell us what kind of prizes, what kind of rewards? Great, a lot of people it seems. Tell us what kind of rewards or prizes. Extra points for the exams, good. Free time, okay. What else do you give? Generally, candy is good for the little ones, stickers. Extra points. I love it. Sweets, of course. Letting them use the cell phone, okay. Candies as price, chocolate sometimes. You spoiled them. Good teachers, they spoil the
okay.
Letting them go to the restrooms. Oh, I
movie.
can see someone extra points and also badges. I couldn't read who was the teacher. Alejandro says he gives students pins or badges. Great. All right. Let's move to the next one. So send this emoji if you consider yourself a teacher who is always in search for new ideas to motivate your students. Good. Great. A lot of people. What about streaming?
We can see the slide now because we have like a delay.
Yeah, okay. No problem. Let's read the teachers in the streaming.
Okay.
Okay, and you can also, while we wait the streaming answers, you can also share what strategies do you use to motivate students, besides games? Are there any others that you use in your classrooms?
Answering the previous question, they said they give students good marks, candies, a free pass for a coming test, to reduce the number of activities in an exam. Great. Memes to laugh, cookies. Great.
Awesome. Yeah, excellent.
Okay, we have some answers here as regards this teacher, the idea to related gaming spaces with the classroom. Okay, Marcos. For example, correcting checking with memes. Okay.
Okay. Do you think I should present Romina now?
Is she waiting there? Yeah.
I cannot see. Not sure. I will check. Crosswords or puzzles. Okay, yes, those kind of games are also very useful.
All right.
Any answers in the streaming?
Well, Maria Fernanda Werner says that her students love when she corrects them with memes. Yeah, that's fun.
Songs. Okay, Andrea and Ceci work with songs. With teenagers or with children? Girls. Because children love songs, but I'm not sure what about the teenagers. You have to learn about the songs that on primary alphabet and paints.
So I want to know what kind of stickers teachers use.
Like, a lot of them said stickers, a lot of them.
Yes, because they are mentioning memes and stickers. Where do they take them from? Like, can you share?
I guess they have to print them. And I'm not sure if they create their own stickers or stickers with English phrases. I don't know.
Stickers from WhatsApp.
Memes, maybe.
I have never checked with memes. Have you, Miss Gabby?
No, not yet.
I would like to do that.
Yeah, they are very popular now. So
yes. Pablo says feeling stickers. Okay, feeling like emojis. All right. Stickers with motivational phrases. I usually take them from my online store. Oh, Jose Hassahama, he has an online store.
Wow. Well, we would love to have that the link to.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. Natalia Mancilla is saying that her children enjoy breaking the ice with breathing exercises, stretching their bodies, and singing together. Wow.
Yeah, everything together. That's awesome. Music, flashcards, memory games. Yeah, I remember when I was at the school, I used to have a lot of memory games ready to use. Great. What do you do, Daya? Do you print the stickers? Do you buy them?
I think Romina has just connected.
Great. Okay. Let me check there.
All right.
Okay. Can you see her in the list of participants?
Yes, I
Well,
have just accepted her.
okay, now put her like the host too, please. If you can see, I'm not sure I cannot.
I will do it now. Hello, Romina, are you there? Can you say hi, please?
Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Fine, very well, thank you. What about all of you?
Welcome to the workshop.
Thanks, my pleasure, my pleasure.
Great. Okay. I will tell you a little bit about Miss Romina. Yes, she just she has just arrived. Romina works as a lecturer in Universidad Nacional del Litoral and Universidad de Belgrano. She has completed her TESOL and ACE certificate through ACU and OU and holds a degree in e-learning. She is also a neuroeducation consultant and holds a master's degree in neuropsychology for education. Welcome, Romina, to our workshop. And I don't know if you want to say some words before we start.
Sure, that's right. Well, first of all, it is my pleasure to be here, to see you again, because there are many colleagues that maybe, well, we've met before in different conferences and conventions, so it's always a pleasure to participate. And well, I hope that this presentation is useful and can contribute to your lessons. That's the idea, to share something together.
Of course. Okay, I will give you
Great.
a presentation. So I will let you present your...
Wonderful, great.
Okay.
So I will be presenting now. Give me a second.
Okay.
Great. There we go. Okay. Here and here. Here it goes. Great. Okay, there I am already presenting, but tell me if you can already see the slideshow. Yeah, can you?
It's about to start. Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Let me create here the double screen. I usually use two screens so that I can also see you at the same time. Because if not, Google Meet doesn't allow, to see everyone while you're presenting. So I usually separate everything into two screens so that I can see you and we can be in touch throughout the presentation. That's the idea.
Good.
Yes. Well, first of all, the idea today is to share everything that has to do with gamification and the role of gamification in the classroom. Gamification being different from using games in the classroom. That's like the different idea I would like to share with you today. That's why the presentation is called The Role of Gamification in Motivation and Attention in the English Classroom. That's why we're going to be covering those two aspects as regards the classroom. Now, whenever we talk about attention and motivation, teachers are always worried about these two areas. It is something really common. I mean, all the time we are trying to get their attention and their motivation in our classes, and we are trying to reach out for solutions. Meanwhile, our students are like, okay, that's it, right? Okay, let's go ahead. So sometimes it's like our effort in trying to get their attention all the time. And well, maybe neuropedagogy has lots of answers, but well, gamification can be one of them. So the idea is to share this. If you would like to participate in the chat and tell me maybe if you work for primary, secondary schools, if you have maybe other levels, because maybe you work outside the schools as well, so that we can start commenting maybe the different challenges that we have in the classrooms nowadays. So feel free to participate in the chat as well. Okay, so what is this presentation about? Well, first of all, we are going to be talking about motivation and attention. Which one comes first? That's it, the question. Which one comes first? Gamification as to what it is, what it implies, the gamification taxonomy that was created in 2019 and is very useful to apply in our lessons. And last but not least, we will have a takeaway with an interactive image with lots of resources, with all the slides I will be showing here so that you can relax and enjoy, because you will have everything at the end of the presentation, right? That's the idea, so that you can enjoy the presentation as well. Okay, so when we are seeking attention, right, and we are, in general, we seek attention all the time. What do you think that comes first, motivation or attention? Let's participate in the chat. Motivation or attention? Which one comes first?
Motivation, says Analia.
Analia,
Mhm.
yes. Motivation.
Constanza.
Attention, Fabricio, motivation.
But we have some people who says attention too.
Okay.
Divided.
It's divided, right? I see more motivation than attention, but I think that many, of course, they also think about attention. For me, first we have to get their attention. Daniel says, for example, that's right. Okay, so, well, we have divided opinions. That's right. Okay, got lots of participation there. Well, it's really a challenge to discover which one comes first in general. That, well, okay, which is the one that comes first? Well, and according to theory, and that is what we are going to be discovering a little bit now, right? We, first of all, we have bad news as regards attention and motivation. Why? Because, first of all, this is not magic, yes? It is not something we can ask students to do. I mean, we all the time, maybe we usually say, pay attention. We even say, pay attention maybe to a kid at home, or not, say, pay attention to me, or something like that, because it's a common phrase that we always use. But we have to remember that this is not magic. We cannot ask students to pay attention. It is not something that we can claim. It's not something that we can complain about, because it is an internal process. So it's not that I can tell you, okay, pay attention, and you start like looking at me paying attention. Maybe your mind, another thing is going on, and you will not pay attention, right? So the idea is that that's the bad news, right? We cannot control that, but we can motivate attention in a certain way. There, the good news is that neuropedagogy has many answers, and one of these answers is gamification. Now, remember, and here we have the answer, right? Motivation drives attention. So it's like, one thing after the other. It's like a real fast process. Therefore, we are more motivated. And the more motivated we are, the more likely we are to pay attention. So again, right? Motivation drives attention. So we are more likely to pay attention to something that we are interested in. And I think that is something very easy to prove in our everyday life. Maybe each of us has different interests. And of course, it will be, I don't know, if we have to listen to a podcast, for example, we will be more motivated when listening to a podcast about a topic that we like. And maybe, I don't know, if I have to listen to a podcast about, I don't know, chemistry, which is something that I always found difficult to understand. I say, oh, no, I have to. And maybe my attention will easily, I will get distracted. Okay, because that has to do with my interest. And we all know that happens to all of us. Okay, so there are many factors that affect this. First of all, and here is when we start getting like the elements, yes, in gamification that can contribute to motivation and attention in the classroom. First of all, we pay more attention when there are rewards. And we are not only talking about a prize or something like that, but a reward, a comment, feedback, right? Interaction, that you are doing it well, that you could get something. When there is verbal praise, when someone realizes that you could do something, that you could attain something, that's really important, because it's a bond that we have with the students. And for students, that is it's key to progress when they realize that their teacher realized that they could get something. So that is an important aspect. Social interaction. If we are in a class, if we socialize, if we do things together in a team, okay, we have more chances to pay attention and to be motivated. Teachers and students' expectations are, and they go maybe hand in hand. Yes, so when teachers and students have the same expectations, well, okay, we can work together. Maybe if I know that my teacher has lots of expectations about me, but I can't reach any of them, okay, this wouldn't be good for my motivation. I will always feel that I am not enough. On the contrary, maybe when there is maybe a very autonomous student that is like really motivated, and he finds no motivation in the class, okay, there it is demotivating, and again the same happens. So all the time we have to be paying attention to teacher and students' expectations, if we are in the same wavelength or not there. And last but not least, it's a question of autonomy and control. When we play games, right, we have autonomy because we have to make decisions. You have to make a move, or you have to decide, or you have to throw a dice, but there is a decision to make. So again, autonomy and control bring motivation in our classes. These are elements that we see in games all the time. But the idea of gamification and gamification theory is to apply these elements in our classrooms. So something that we all know about this is that learning involves the brain. So the idea of improving classroom practice by understanding the brain, well, it's like a common sense. We have to understand the brain. We have to understand how the brain works in order to see how motivation and attention works, because motivation and attention comes from the brain. So if we do not know that process, it is very difficult to apply other concepts such as gamification or other stuff, right, in a successful way. So if we talk about motivation, motivation is our drive. Nowadays, we have a continuum as regards motivation that goes from a motivation to intrinsic motivation, and there is a continuum that in which maybe you go through different stages, these changes along your life, right? But it has to do with the need for competence, for autonomy, for relatedness. If we are not related, if we do not feel a sense of belonging, if we do not feel the need to make decisions, that we are in charge, okay, our drive is not going to be there. So this intrinsic motivation, as we used to call it, is highly connected with attention, right? Before we used to call intrinsic and extrinsic motivation only. That's why nowadays we have a continuum, right? It's no longer just intrinsic or extrinsic, but a continuum where we go, and we have our ups and downs. But this intrinsic motivation is highly connected with attention, right? It involves seeking out and engaging in activities that we find challenging, interesting, and internally rewarding. Everybody looks for an internal reward. There you can overcome obstacles, you are more focused, you will pay more attention, and you will embrace challenge. If we are not interested, okay, I say, okay, this is the same for me. I'm not interested. So why am I going to make the effort if I'm not interested? So motivation is key to learning absolutely anything, because it is our drive. But we know that, unfortunately, again, bad news, intrinsic motivation isn't built in a day. Neurons in the different regions of the brain comprising the reward system communicate using dopamine. So, neurons that release dopamine are activated when we expect to receive a reward. So, it's not only that dopamine is released when we have a pleasant experience, but also dopamine is released just with the expectation of having a pleasant experience. So this is essential to build in our classroom. If our students know that in our classes they feel safe, that they will have challenges and obstacles, but the teacher is a good reference, and there is a good bond. If a student feels that they are part of a class, that they are taken into account, well, they are, for example, the neurons will start releasing dopamine even before starting the lesson, because they know they will have a pleasant experience. And here again, I want you to take you back to your school days. Maybe, try to remember, maybe it happened to you or any of your mates before a class you didn't like, or before a class that maybe had a teacher you were afraid of, or you didn't understand anything about the subject, and people start feeling anxious or nervous, or they have a stomach ache or this. Well, it's like our body and our brain telling us that we are not feeling safe. So that's essential. Dopamine has to be released, right, for neurons to be motivated and work on our side, right? And this happens even before the lesson, when the brain gets used to the good experience, to having a good and nice experience in the lesson. Okay, so what does it mean for us? Well, that attention and motivation are highly linked, right? Without attention, surely there won't be motivation, of course. And if we are not motivated, we are not open to learning. So we need both, as we answer into our first question. As regards attention, well, attention is really a big topic, yes, a broad issue nowadays. But in general, we say that there are three kinds of networks that work together in our brain: the alerting network, the orienting network, and the executive network. The three of them work together. But the alerting network is the one that is responsible for achieving and getting us in a state of alertness, like being alert. Yes, it helps individuals prepare for incoming stimuli, right? This happens, this is totally unconscious. It happens from the moment that we get up in the morning. Our body is alert. Our body starts working and we are alert, right? If now I hear a bang, a loud noise, surely my attention will be directed there. But because I am in a state of alert, yes, it's not the same when you are sleeping, for example, but we are in a state of alert. Now, that noise that maybe I've heard, now all of a sudden I'm giving the talk and I hear a bang, right? Okay, I would do like this maybe. I don't know. I would try to maybe see outside in the street what's going on. Why? Because I am orienting, right, my attention to the stimuli, right? In this case, to the noise. So there is, my focus will be there and not here with you. So that's very important. We have our alerting networks in function and working all the time, but the orienting network helps individuals focus on relevant stimuli, shift attention between different objects, locations, prioritize information. But everything, the brain makes decisions based on their goals and interests. The brain is really cruel. If the brain thinks that this is not important, okay, it will not direct any resource to that, right? The orienting network is activated when you feel it is meaningful. The brain works for economy. It's an economical reason, cheap, right? It has few resources and it has to make them work the cheapest possible. So it will not invest a lot of effort, synapses and everything in something that is not crucial for its survival. The brain thinks of survival only. So if it's not crucial for survival, it has to be meaningful, because learning passive voice is not crucial for survival. That's what the brain says. Okay, who cares, right? I can survive without passive voice. Yes. Okay, but so how is it that it can be meaningful, right? So the brain says, okay, it's not essential for survival, but I like it. It's meaningful. In any way, I have to use it for something. I see the need. Okay, so the brain there starts orienting networks to this focus and attention. So this is crucial just to begin, right? Just to begin speaking about motivation and attention. And last but not least, right? this has to do with the executive network. The executive network is responsible for everything we do in the class, right? It helps individuals manage conflict between different stimuli, inhibit distractions, maintain attention on task-relevant information. It plays a role in higher order cognitive processes such as critical thinking, decision-making, problem-solving. Imagine every activity we do in our lessons, every single activity, we need our executive network there. That has to do with the prefrontal cortex, right? Right here. And it is a very important aspect of our attention. It is the one that will tell us, okay, I have to go back. Because we usually get distracted, and this is normal, because if not, we wouldn't be humans, because the default network has to be activated from time to time in the brain. But suppose that I get distracted, and they say, okay, I have to focus again. Okay, this question of me being conscious, right, that I am getting distracted and that I have to go back to the task. Okay, this has to do with the prefrontal cortex. And not everyone can do it at the same time. And it's not something that we can do naturally, yes, especially at young ages. So this is also something to take into account if we work with kids compared to adolescents or adults, right? Remember that the prefrontal cortex develops till what age? You can participate in the chat and say your opinion. Prefrontal cortex usually develops till, let's see, ages.
24, says someone.
24, says Adriana, great. Let's see the rest. Do you agree with Adriana?
Yeah, we have some participants also in the streaming, Romy. So.
Okay, great. So maybe, yes, we cannot see it there. Here, great.
Mm-hmm. Carolina is reading their conversations.
Wonderful, great. Well, here we have 24, 25, 25, 30. That's right, around 25. Yes, that's right. That's it. Apparently, that is developed till we are 25, more or less. Of course, this is not like, okay, we are 25 and that's over. It depends on every person, and every person has a different rhythm, but that's something to take into account, because sometimes we expect things from our students that they are not capable of doing, not because they don't want to pay attention, but because their prefrontal cortex is being developed at this time, and maybe they cannot make the right decision. So that is also important to take into account. Now, what happens with this executive network? Well, this is crucial. Remember, for maintaining focus, to shift attention, to manage cognitive resources, to be able to perform in many tasks. Everything that has to do with cognitive work has to be managed by the executive network. But again, here we have another problem. The executive network takes a lot of energy from the brain. It drains our brain. So it's not like an unlimited resource, okay? I can be using it all day long. No. This has to do with working memory. Whenever we are performing a task, our working memory is activated, because this is the ability to maintain information while I'm doing the task. Attention is the process by which a specific target is selected for further processing. My brain says, okay, I will process this, yes, because I'm paying attention to this, it's meaningful to me. So that was selected for further processing. And then there are neural resources directed towards that target. Now, the content of the working memory that is working at the same time, trying to keep the information to see, okay, are you going to process that or not? Yes, can be used to direct attention. And attention can then determine which information is encoded. So again, here we have another obstacle as teachers, because even though suppose that our students are paying attention to us, they like the topic, it is meaningful and everything, well, then working memory has to say, okay, what do I do with this? Right? Shall we continue encoding this, or say, oh, okay, no, it was meaningful, but not that much. Okay, let's throw it away. Well, this is like that, and that is how the brain decides. Now there is someone that is there, like the bouncers at the discos deciding who goes in, right? As we saw in films many years ago. Well, and that is the hippocampus. The hippocampus is the one that decides, say, well, okay, let's continue encoding this or not. So there are a lot of steps for our students to go through, right? While they are trying to pay attention to us. That's why it is important to get to know, like the question of the process, the elements that are taken into account when we talk about attention and motivation, so as to apply, right, these elements in a good way, in an effective way in our lessons. Now, unfortunately, working memory is limited, as I was telling you before, in different ways. It can easily fail us, right, when we need it most. And to keep a piece of information, maybe in working memory, we have to be so focused. We have to avoid distractions, right? And that doesn't always happen in our classrooms. And it also has limited space. So if we try to hold too much information, right, this won't work. So in general, we cannot hold more than 7 elements at the same time. And 7 is like an ideal number. I would say 4 or 5. But this working memory, again, is sensitive to stress and anxiety. If we are stressed, we are anxious, we do not feel safe, we do not feel part of the class. Okay, our brain is overwhelmed with thoughts, right, that are unrelated to the task that I have to perform, and I cannot perform it correctly. So as we always say, learning is emotional. We have to take care of that before teaching, because that's the only way that students learn. Now, we talked about motivation and attention. We also talked about gamification, right? What's the connection? Well, in neuropedagogy, we say that gamification can be like our best friend or one of our best friends, because it enhances motivation, it enhances engagement and attention, and it develops lifelong skills. Now, there is a whole theory about gamification and how it can enhance our lessons, right, as regards that. But what is gamification? Okay, it's a process, because it's not the same as applying games in the classroom. It is a process that uses game mechanics to enhance learning. It uses game elements in a non-game context. So it doesn't mean that we are going to be playing games. It means applying the elements of gamification in our context in the classroom. This has many purposes, especially 3. First of all, because it increases motivation levels, right? Because gamification connects people on an emotional level. They are taking part of a game. We feel part. Think when we play a game, try to imagine somebody playing a game, right? You feel you're part of a team, you want to win, etc. So this increases motivation. It improves knowledge retention. When people are playing, right, they do not even realize how much they are learning, because emotions facilitate encoding, what we saw before. And also emotions facilitate retrieval, yes, to memorize, but also to recall that information afterwards and put it into use. And it can enhance learner engagement, right? Gamification stimulates the hippocampal memory, as we were talking before about the hippocampus, right? This helps promote the storage of info, and it helps to release dopamine. So everything we need. I always give the example here of Duolingo, that I think it is something we all know, right? Duolingo uses gamification principles for learning, right? Because it's not a game, but it uses many aspects of gamification to motivate you to learn. Think of rewards, think of the streaks that you have to keep or you lose them all. Think of this of going step by step into different levels. You are not punished if you make a mistake. They give you different chances. So it's like the elements of a gamification applied, right, to learning. That's one of the examples. And there are more benefits. If you think of games, think of a video game, for example. it has a sort of a story behind. It has a plot. Okay, stories are always easier to process than facts. This improves endorphin release. This is ideal for focused learning because all our neurons will be there at our disposal. And it encourages neuroplasticity, right? Why? It can strengthen neural pathways because we are in charge, right? We have autonomous decisions to make. There is when our drive comes in. We are motivated to continue. Now, there are many elements of gamification. Now, here we have them all, and we're going to see them one by one, of course. But they are clear goals and progression. Our class, right, has to be an experience. So in this experience, we can apply elements of gamification. For example, we must have clear goals. Sometimes we have clear goals, usually, I mean, that happens. But maybe our students have no idea about our clear goals. So sometimes we have to be more explicit with that. Progression. Okay, do students know the steps to get to that goal or not, right? Challenging but achievable task. Again, think of games, of video games, right? They give you a challenge, but it is never too frustrating because they want you to play the game, of course. Yeah. So it is challenging, but it's never too frustrating. So there is a balance there. And collaboration and teamwork. Again, you have to collaborate with another person to win, yes, to perform in the game. Recognition and rewards. This sense of autonomy and control. And this question of celebrating progress. Every time we do something good in a video game, there is something, a badge, I don't know, something, another screen telling us, okay, you did it. I mean, it's something. So it's like celebrating milestones. And of course, fun and enjoyment, elements of every good experience in the classroom. So the theory of gamification proposes that we learn better when we are so interested and so motivated that we go into a state of flow. We always listen to that term or not, this question of flow, right? Even in Spanish, we call it in the same way. Yes, entrar en flow, we say, and all that. Well, there is a definition for that. This is a psychological state resulting from the interaction of something achievable, yes, non-trivial goal with a feeling of autonomy, leading to high levels of engagement. This question of flow, that is a term coined by a Hungarian psychologist, he says that people are happiest and learning the most when they are in a state of flow. This state of concentration, of absorption with the activity. Has it ever happened to you? Think, when you were doing an activity that you really liked and you lost track of time. Yeah? Okay, well, so there is because you went into this state of flow. This is what we need in general to learn better, to be so focused, so absorbed in the task because I have to get it, I have to achieve this, or I see the need for learning that I lose track of time. I don't care about anything else. And that's what we need to achieve. And that's what happens in games. So gamified learning experience, this idea of making the classroom an experience. Yes, our classroom is not a lesson, but an experience. Well, and if we gamify it, if we apply these elements, right, we are going to have motivational effects. And how is that? Well, there are two theories that back up gamification theory. The first one has to do with the self-determination theory by Ryan and Jesse. They say that people are moved according to three basic psychological needs: autonomy, competence, and relatedness. So whenever we have clear goals in the classroom, we have to get a goal. We feel that we belong, this feeling of relatedness. We feel that the activities or the goals really go hand in hand with our context, our expectation, and our everyday life. And this is very important because people are moved. Yes, there are people use their drive to get it. In this case, well, it is something important. Maybe a class can choose an avatar that represents them, a mission that they have to accomplish, everything depending on ages, of course. you can propose chats, teamworks, right? Leaders that help others, instant feedback, right? Because we feel that we achieve something if we get that instant feedback from the teacher or our mates. And also the social learning theory from Bandura, whose main concept is self-efficacy. This individual belief of being capable to be successful in a certain task. Have a look that it's not that the feeling of being successful. It's the feeling of being capable to be successful. So if I feel that I can do it, right, that is great because all my attention and motivation will be there. I'm motivated to do it because I feel I can do it. So it has a good motivational effect. Again, that happens in games. You feel that you can. Yes, okay, there will be obstacles, but you will be able to do it. So we have to turn our class into experience. And this experience has to have a sense of achievement. Yes, we need a sense of achievement in our experiences in the classroom. Something to take into account is that whenever we think of gamification, in general, we think about technology, right? And of course, technology is like an enabler and it is wonderful, but gamification as a theory is about design, not technology. It's about how we design the experience in our classrooms in order for students to be motivated and focused. And it has 6 pillars. There are 6 pillars of true gamification. So remember, this is about the design, not technology. First, the role. Students need to feel a sense of belonging. If you feel you do not belong to a class, I am sure you will do nothing because you don't care, right? So, but when you feel that you belong in a class, right, you foster a mindset. Your mindset is different because you belong here. So you want to make it a safe place and you want to have fun and you want to learn. So this is really useful when we create an inviting space, a safe haven. Yes, when we start our classes with an emotional check-in to see how everyone is, for example, when we cultivate community within the classroom. That's the first pillar of true gamification. Now, the second one has to do with clear objectives, a crystal clear understanding of what they are working towards. You see many classes, people have no idea what they are doing. I mean, maybe they have idea what they are doing, they have no idea what they are doing for, right? It's like, okay, because it is a task. No, I mean, what's the thing behind? Why is it that we have to get to achieve this? There has to be an understanding, right? A visual agenda, yes, that marks milestones or progress. The question of, well, these students will be able to, students will be able to do what? And do they know that? Because there we can foster the sense of belonging. To use scaffolding techniques, right? To create different milestones, to break everything down in different steps. Again, think of gamification. You have different levels. You go little by little and step by step. So how is it clear to our students? Boundaries. Set the stage, right? The journey is defined, but the path is theirs to choose. That means that students need a sense of agency. They have to be able to decide. Of course, they cannot decide everything. Imagine that not everybody can make a decision if you have 40 students in the same classroom, but maybe from time to time, you can create a student board and a student board choice so that they can make a choice on how to work. For example, they choose the path, you see? For example, a writing choice board. Suppose that you're working with writing, and of course, this you adapt it to the different levels you might be working with. A writing choice board would look like this, and after working with your writings, many students have to do with writing tasks and all that, but then, okay, it is a task, I receive the feedback from the teacher and that's it. Well, why is it that we do not share this writing, right? Because there I can have the feedback. There I can be motivated to write better. And how can I share my writing? Okay, let's choose the way you will share your writing. And this, you will choose it according to your preferences. For example, one option is the audio. Make an audio recording of your article, your story, your writing for learners, right? Another one maybe could be a video. Well, create like a sort of TikTok video saying why we should read your story, your writing. Why is it that I should read yours and not his? Okay, create a TikTok video in English about it. A blog, post your entry in a blog, right? Invite people to read and comment. A picture book, can you turn your writing into a digital picture book with phrases, with a collage, with any quotes or pictures so that people can be attracted to it before going to the writing? A story slideshow. Okay, can you create, if it is a narrative, a story slideshow to complement this? They can also use artificial intelligence nowadays for this and everything. Or draw it, yes, by hand. There are many talented students that are good at maybe creating a comic strip out of this. Or free choice. Maybe you have another idea on how to present your writing, but everybody has to choose a way to present their writing. So in this case, after doing the writing as such and receiving the feedback from the teacher and working on the final draft, they can present it to the rest in different ways. And then students will decide, okay, I will watch the video. The other one says, okay, I will read the blog and I will comment. And again, we can all see what we have been working on. And we have a sense of achievement because you have a purpose for doing that writing. So that is an example of a writing choice board, for example. Choice boards are for absolutely everything. Here you have another example. This is of an upper intermediate level, but again, you can adapt it to any level. After the reading, this is a mainstream book, right? English file, this is English file intermediate. But any book, any mainstream book that we might use at schools or institutes, for example, a case of identity theft. This was a reading with a typical reading exercises, vocabulary, well, everything that we know about. Well, and this is a choice board. So students have to choose what to do with the reading, right? Of course, we worked on the reading together, but now you decide one or two exercises that you will be doing with this reading. So some of them, for example, will answer a survey in English that is, are you easily hacked? Because it talks about identity theft. Let's find out. So they click here and they see the survey and they answer it and all that. Maybe you want to write 5 tips for safe passwords. Okay, you do that one. Maybe you want to create a glossary. So each student takes 3 terms that were difficult from the reading, and they can create a glossary with the meaning in English and the pronunciation, for example, or an example. Some others might be working on grammar. Yes, if they feel like working on connectors, for example. There is a TED Talk about identity theft, and they have to participate giving their opinion. There are like different activities. And again, here our expectation is not that they do all of them, it's that they choose 2, for example. Okay, choose 2 activities. But students will be choosing, again, they will be making a decision. They will feel they are in charge, right? And that they can choose something that they like to do because maybe, I don't know, I'm good at vocabulary, so the reading glossary will be easy for me. Perfect. So I go for that. And it is okay because it's like from time to time, we give them the choice maybe to show their preferences. And depending on how you organize the activities and the choices that you give them, they might be going back to the article many times, right, to do the different activities. So it is great because even without wanting, they will be rereading, revising, etc. This is another example for Speak Out B1. Again, in general, I always recommend this website. Comment in the chat if you use it or not. It is classroomscreen.com. It is free. It has a premium version, but really with the free version, you can do everything and all that. It's a wonderful their resource. Classroom Screen, they give you a screen and you can add anything you want. You can add videos, files, students can participate giving their opinions. You can use, you can divide students into groups. You have even the noise levels, right? When the classroom is really noisy, if you have the opportunity to have it on your cell phone or a screen in the classroom, they tell you about the noise level of the classroom and they sort of have to self-regulate as regards that. You have the opportunities to create visual agendas, etc. This is like the easiest way because it's like everything is done for you there. You just add widgets and that's it. But you can do the same on the board, right? We can do the same on a poster in the classroom. The idea is to give them choice. That's the main thing. Another true pillar of true gamification has to do with rewards. Again, maybe a digital badge or a badge if we are in the classroom, positive reinforcement, a comment, an incentive, something that you feel that the other person has noticed that you could get and you could achieve something. This is one of the most important aspects nowadays. The ability to fail. This is essential. Again, think of video games. Video games embrace failure. Okay, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. You have to go to that level again, but nobody gets so frustrated that they give up playing, right? So this question of embracing failure as part of the learning process, part of our lesson. This question of changing the language that they used to speak to themselves. The power of the word yet. When they say, well, I can't, you can't yet, right? Try to give our brain a positive mindset because that changes, again, the release of endorphins, dopamine, and everything that we need in our classroom. And this question that setbacks that will appear because they will appear in our life, well, they build resilience. And the idea is, well, how we can go through these obstacles or difficulties. We can share something like this, for example, when we feel that we do not get something or we do not understand anything and say, okay, and then you were there just a step. Yes, it was a step forward and that's it. So something that encourages them to go on. Then the epic scale. Every game has something epic, right? And this is an exciting and different learning experience. Again, your classroom must be an experience. Technology can be an enabler, right? It can, make our lives easier in some ways with some games and everything. But in fact, what we need is to make the classroom an experience, to connect with the student, to encourage, to focus on attention, motivation. That is what will bring us success in our lessons. And then, of course, if we can add technology, wonderful. But the idea is design, not technology as a principal aspect. And we can use, and you will have it now in your takeaway, you will have lots of time to see it because it has many aspects. You can use the gamification theory. Every time maybe you think of an activity for the classroom, you may use this taxonomy, right? This was created in 2019. Yes, by Toda and Oliveira. And this gamification taxonomy is wonderful because it gives you like different aspects of activities and what is the aspect of gamification that you are adding. So, for example, if I have to introduce the simple past, but I do it through something that happened to me and I tell it as an anecdote to the lesson, right? I'm adding, right, the fictional aspect of gamification, this question of storytelling, the narrative, right, the suspense and what happened. Sometimes it has to do with the chance, the time pressure, the competition. I mean, this task maybe is to get a little bit competitive. There is time pressure. Perfect. We are adding another element of gamification. This one is collaborative. Another element of gamification. This has many steps, many levels, yes, and you go forward at your own pace. Again, that's another level of gamification. So there are many aspects within gamification theory. It is really well represented in this taxonomy. And we can think of, okay, which aspect am I going to add today, right? Just one, but you are adding something and you are making your class, right, more motivated in that way. The author here of the Gamification Revolution, he's great, and I included a TED Talk, right, that he gave some time ago in your takeaway. So then take your time to listen to him because he's great. He believes that gamification is the process of using game thinking and game dynamics to engage audiences and solve problems. So that is what we have to think of. Well, how can we engage them? Let's add elements of the gamification theory for our lessons. Now, of course, it's your turn for your takeaway. And I tell you how I organize this takeaway. And now, of course, I will share the link with you, obviously, so that now I share it in the chat. Here, this is an interactive image, right? Which is the role of gamification in motivation and attention. Let me share now the real interactive image so that you can see how it works. I'm going to share now another tab. Here it goes. Okay. There you can see it. Yes. Okay. Well, in this interactive image, right, you have, again, the idea is that you choose your own path, right? As we were saying before, that you have your drive and autonomy, as we ask our students to have, and you go your own way. For example, to learn more about the role of gamification in motivation and attention, here you have a video. You just click and the video appears. It's by this author of the Gamification Revolution. He's great. You also have a link to the gamification taxonomy that you can download in PDF and see it, yes, and bigger size and everything. Our slides, all the slides that we use today for this presentation, you just click here. Reading time, you might enjoy maybe reading a paper about gamification. There is a paper about gamification. If you want to share your views and leave your opinions, here you are welcomed. And then you have the Get Inspired section with quotes about gamification to use in the classroom. And of course, remember, the last pillar was fun and enjoyment. So here you can click and find out which cat you are today. Right? That's it. That's the idea, to have a bit of fun at the same time. Let me share the link, yes, here in the chat, and maybe you can share it then to the people who are maybe in the streaming, just in case, or I can share it through WhatsApp also with you, no problem. But the idea is that you can keep on learning, but choosing your own way, as we always recall in neuropedagogy. Well, if there is a question, please tell me. Thank you, first of all, for being there.
Thank you, Romina. I think there is someone who wants to ask a question. You can open your mic, Renata. Or not. Maybe she accidentally.
Maybe that's right.
It was beautiful, everything we share with you. And I don't know, let's wait for some questions.
Yes,
maybe you can write your questions if you don't want to open your mic.
Sure.
We are so happy to have you here in our workshop.
Thank you.
Everything was enlightening.
And then there is more to do some research with interactive image.
Of course, we have a lot of information there. Yeah. We cannot, finish everything in one session.
That's right.
We try to do our best.
Great.
Okay, I don't know, Caro, do you know if we have questions in the streaming? Any things you want to share, people in the Meet? You can share through the Meet.
It's okay here. I am sharing the link now.
Great.
Wow. Great, so that everyone can have their takeaway.
People here in the chat, you can share your questions, you can share your impressions, your ideas about Romina's presentation. And I can see some clapping hands.
Thank you.
So I guess everybody liked your presentation.
Well, thank you. Thank you all for being there and for paying attention, as we said before.
Attention. What a question.
That's right, for sure. Great.
Caro, do you have any questions, ideas in the streaming? During this break that we are going to start in a couple of minutes, you can take a look at all the Romina's ideas in this interactive board.
They are now exploring the
Okay.
Yes,
Good.
for sure.
Thank you so much.
No, you are welcome. Well, just in case if anybody needs anything there, you have my IG profile there, which is my name and surname. And well, of course, we can keep in touch. It will be a pleasure to meet you all.
Thank you, Romina. Thank you.
Thank you. And well, I hope that you have a lovely afternoon because you have a lot of work ahead, or not?
Yeah, we do. In fact, yes, we have a lot of also practical ideas in the second part of the workshop. We will give you some work to put this into practice.
Okay, well, so lots of focus needed. So enjoy the very well-deserved break now.
The working memory is going to work
That's
now.
right, exactly. That's why we need some minutes of rest.
Teachers are thanking you, Romina, for your great ideas, and you are like an inspiration for them.
Thank you for the kind words. It was a pleasure.
Thank you. Well, I'm going to now to talk to all the participants.
Send you a kiss to all of you.
Thank you for.
You are leaving now. Goodbye. Goodbye, Romina.
Bye.
See you next time.
Bye.
Yes, of course.
Well, I was saying that now in a couple of minutes we are going to start a little break. And so during that time, you are going to explore all these ideas. And then after the break, we will have some practical ideas or, ICT tools also to put all this into practice in our classrooms, in our context, in the primary and secondary school. Because you know that it's not the same to work. Gamification is a challenge too, or not? What do you think, Caro?
It is, for sure.
And so sometimes we do not have all the technology, but as you listened, Romina said it's everything about design, not just technology. But remember that we are from the digital education department, so we are going to propose some ideas directed to the use of technology with and without connection, right?
So right now we are going to take a break, a 15-minute break, and we are coming back at 4:10.
Around, well, let's see, 14. That's the idea.
Are you exploring the resources or not?
They are too silent today. Okay, Emilce, do you want to open your mic or not? Or you want to share something in the chat? Okay, now I have two people raising their hands, but I don't know if you want to share something, to open your microphones. Okay, yes, there is a lot of forbidding and process, they say. Yeah, it's a lot of information. I don't know. I mean, workshops are shorter, and so maybe we need time to process all this information. Yes, Carol.
Sorry, Miss Gabby. They are commenting that they cannot write here in the chat box. It seems to be like they are like hearers and not collaborators.
All right, I will check that.
Thank you.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, kind of some problems with that. Okay, I will change. I don't know.
Okay, I will read what they are saying here in the streaming.
Okay.
Great ideas. Are we given some time? The break was the time. Challenging in some context. I was exploring the Geniali presentation.
Okay.
I didn't know about gamification taxonomy.
Yeah,
Good.
that was new too. I'm trying to change the people status so that they can chat. I don't know what they are. A lot of people. I'm not sure if I can do everything.
No, well, I will start presenting this second part and you can fix it, right?
Okay, do you want me to stop sharing this?
No, can you share because I am here in the YouTube?
Okay, that's okay.
Thank you so much. Okay, now we are going to work with our executive network because before we were with the oriented network, right? As Romina said, we can gamify a whole lesson or just some activities of our lessons. And I am going to show you how we can do that with low technological resources based on the gamification model of Deborah Healy. All right. So, are you ready to be epic teachers? React. Yeah, all right. So the first challenge for you is that you have to think of a gamer name. Let's see. It has to be funny and it has to be creative. For example, my gamer name is Elevator. I like it. So you have now 3 minutes to think of a gamer name and you have to share it in the chat. Let's go. So 3 minutes, Miss Gabby, is the timer starting. yes, your names are very creative. You cannot copy. It has to be an original name. All right, time's up.
Time's over.
Yeah.
So
Okay, yes, I love all the names. Ice Cream, Just in Time, Miss Michi the Queen. All right.
okay, what about the streaming? Or do you want me to read the ones we have here?
Please, because I'm reading there in YouTube.
Okay.
Candy Girl. Cool.
Moonlight. Okay. Candy Girl, what's up? Let's see. What's up, Candy Girl? Didi, I guess. That's the name. Okay. No more. Adrenaline. Okay.
All right. What about you, Miss? Were you thinking about one?
No, I cannot think about a funny name. But I will try. Let me think. Just a second.
No problem. Imperio, said one of the teachers. Faster, girl. All right. Okay, now that you have your name, let's see which is the second challenge. Or let's see if you have a reward.
Okay, no answers in the streaming. Do you have funny names there?
I was reading those. Pinky Red, The Star of Fun, I Am Happy, Maru, Ice Cream, Pink Boo, Lila, Legola, I don't know, Int Robert. All right, cool.
All right, cool. Well, let me...
Lollipop. Oh,
Lollipop. I love it. Okay, there you are.
So, if you have shared your player name, your gamer name in the chat, you have won 50 points. So react if you own these 50 points. Cool. You are starting with 50 points. Let's see the second challenge.
Okay.
Now you have to think of 3 phrases that you usually use in your class to encourage or motivate your students, and please share them in the chat box. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Yeah, that's a piece of cake. I love the phrases. All right. Can you show my phrase, Miss Gabby?
Yep.
Can you read it?
This one. Today, a reader. Tomorrow, a leader. That's by Margaret Fuhr.
Right.
Good.
Thanks. You rock. Try again. Okay.
Try again.
Okay, what about they are saying you can do it, you rock.
Come on, let's do it together.
Keep going.
Give a smile. That's great.
I know you can. Just do it.
Nothing is
Prizes for the
impossible.
finishers. Don't give up.
Good. Nothing is impossible. If I can, you can.
No.
That's a good one, Danny. You're doing amazing.
Yeah. Let's challenge ourselves today. Okay. Be kind, be cool, be you. I love it. Of course you can. Let's try. Every step counts. Come on, guys. Okay. I need to listen to those phrases every single day. Nobody is telling me those phrases, you know? I need to hear them more often.
That's true.
Okay, so let's see. Let's see the next slide, please. So if you shared one phrase, you have 30 points. If you shared the 3 phrases, you are winning 90 points. So how many points have you got so far?
Couldn't speak either, it says. Okay.
Sorry,
Here we
girls.
have more phrases.
Sorry,
Yeah.
I can't write in the message box. My messages are still there.
Okay, I will try to change.
You are not going to receive the point.
I know. That's why
Okay, I'm trying to change the settings so that everybody can write. So I'm doing this very as quickly as I can, but I will try yours, Ceci. Can you give us? Now that you are really open, what phrases do you use with your students? Come on, win your points, Ceci.
No, it doesn't work.
Doesn't work. Okay. But
Do
share
your
it.
best. Okay,
already.
no.
Okay, you can do it. Well done.
Well done. Wait, I'm looking for your name so that
I believe in you. We have something here. I believe in you. Learning is an adventure. You are a pro. You are improving every day. Amazing. We have some teachers with 140 points and some others with 120. So don't cheat.
Wait a second. It's Ceci Rodriguez. I think she can do it now. Not sure. Wait. Do you want me to continue?
Yes, please.
Good. Great. So you reached level 1 now.
Now that you have shared your name and the phrases, you are in level 1. And now you have a third challenge to get a new level. What you have to do now is find 3 appealing pictures that can match those phrases. For example, I have these pictures. Can you show them? They can be from cartoons, characters, or stickers. I love Sonny. He can say, you got it. And this princess, she can say, what? You are doing it great. Hello, Miss Renata Quintana. Good afternoon. So where can you find those pictures? Anywhere. Like you have a few minutes because you are going to use the pictures in the next challenge, all right? You can chat now. Which ones would you like to look for? Sonny, Dragon Ball, I don't know, from Disney.
Now they have to share pictures.
No, they don't have to share them, just comment in the chat box.
Okay, just comments.
SpongeBob, he's very positive. Okay.
Dragon
What
Ball.
else? Dragon Ball, Goku. Marvel characters, sure. Capybaras, yeah.
Messi, my favorite.
Capybaras are so cute. Minions, okay. They are fun. Minecraft, brain rot, okay. La ballerina cappuccina. The Simpsons, yeah. Disney princess, okay. Labubus. I'm not that kind of familiar with Labubus. Tralalero. Trunchbull. Trunchbull? I don't know that. Kuromi. Oh, yeah. Okay, memes.
Hello Kitty Day.
I love Hello Kitty, yeah. Okay, yes, for Looney Tunes. Yes, they are so cool. For children, but also for teenagers, right? Do you use them with teenagers? Scaloni, okay. Anime characters, yeah. Tronchatoro, from Matilda, the movie. Tronchatoro, oh no, that's a bad sticker. Emoticones, okay. Olaf.
Harry Potter.
Okay, Sailor Moon, yes, Lilo and Stitch. We have a lot of ideas. Great. So let's see. Let's see the next slide, please. Okay, Tronchatoro is strong and funny. All right, okay. So, if you were thinking of those three characters, you have 60 points, 20 for each character or cartoon, all right? Please don't cheat. Just get your points.
Okay.
So now the fourth challenge is to you are going to create a badge for your students. For example, let's see the pictures. We have this with Bella, the princess. And this that is like no characters, just a positive phrase. So we are offering you two different websites. One is made with Canva, and the other is like a more sophisticated badge. So you can try them now, I guess. It's a practical activity. How much time are we giving the teachers, Miss?
I think that 5 minutes it would be enough.
Okay.
So we will be here, of course, if you need help, but you can scan the QR codes so that you can go to the site and create your badge. Maybe you can use the pictures you just shared before, and also the phrases, the positive phrases you also shared in the chat. And remember to keep this badge that you create for the end of the session. Yes, you have to keep it. You have a couple of steps here. Check the websites to create free digital badges. Maybe you are, of course, maybe some people can be like, have a lot of expertise in Canva, maybe. I'm not sure. You can tell me. And you have also another option, a second option. You can create this badge. And the third step is saving it for the evaluation form. Yes? You will need it at the end of the workshop.
I have just shared the links in streaming. Are you sharing them here also?
Wait a second. Yes, I will.
The idea is that you have your badges, your stickers ready to use when you come back to the classroom. So go for it. Be creative. You are great. You are a great teacher. We are sharing also the links if you cannot scan the QR code.
Yes, I just share them. Okay. Okay, there you are. You have the links there. I can share them twice if you want, just in case. Okay, let's wait 3 minutes more.
They were suggesting pictures of cats. I love cats, and also Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Cool. I am a big fan of reading, so I would love to have this sticker, this badge of Reader of the Month. I want my teacher to be proud of me. Wait, please. Okay. How are you doing? Are you creating it or you are choosing the pictures? What are you doing? Let us know. We are here. Could you explain the activity again? Sure. What you have to do is to create a badge like the one we are showing you here. You can go to this website, Virtual Batch, or Canva. I will share the link again. And you have to write the phrase and choose an appealing picture that can match that phrase. I am trying. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yes, I said 5 minutes because I don't know. We have a lot of things ahead, but it's no problem. 2 or 3 minutes more, it's okay.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe you can choose, something that is, represents you, who you are as a teacher, or maybe what you want your class to be like. I don't know.
Yes, with Harry Potter, they were mentioning another here.
I'm not sure because I'm too old. I don't have any cartoons in mind, so I cannot think about that. But I am more for music. I don't know, into music, so maybe I could choose something related to that.
A phrase from a song. Okay.
Do you know different apps for creating badges? Maybe we just offer these 2 examples. Maybe you know more that you can share too.
Oh, a teacher is providing an amazing idea. It says that you can use a phrase from Tini or Taylor Swift and put it in the badge.
That's
Cool.
great. Yeah, excellent idea.
Mm-hmm.
I see some.
And also,
Mm-hmm.
I am using Canva. Okay.
Good. I don't know if everybody knows, but you can have a Canva premium account. If you are a teacher, you can, put some information. Like it has to be like a document so that you can have access to premium elements in Canva. Yeah, I don't know if everybody knows that.
Yes.
Good.
If you want to ask about that, you can do it now. So, are you finishing with your badges? Let us know.
Yeah. Done. Okay. No, you don't have to send it right now. You have to save it for later.
But can they share it here in the chat box? Can they share a picture?
I'm not sure because they at the I don't think so. I prefer them to keep them because I don't know, it's their work and I don't want anybody to copy something and
Okay, okay, cool. Done. Perfect. Okay, you will share your badge at the end, okay? We will tell you where. All right, so now that you have your badges, let's move on. You have awarded 100 points. Cool.
Great. Good. Okay. And you also
So now,
reach level 2.
yeah, you are in level 2. Cool, teachers. Let's see. Now you are going to receive this badge for being a creative teacher. Can you come back?
Yep.
Yes, you have successfully created badges for your students. This is yours. This is gold. You can dance like Snoopy. Are you happy? React. Cool. Done. So now let's see. Well, this is an active break. You can share how you are feeling with this activity. Did you have fun creating your badge? Were you thinking about your students? Some teachers are sharing their score. They now have 300 points. Wow. Okay.
It's a lot.
I don't know.
Okay. Emi says she was a bit complicated, but now she did it. Renata, maybe you have some time for creating this. Maybe you can use a template and just edit the template. Okay, Gabriela says it was nice. Okay. Now we are going to go for different challenges. Are you ready to reach the 3rd level or not?
Now you are going to be 3rd level teachers to become epic teachers. Okay, the next challenge, let's go. The next challenge is connected to an activity that is gamified. So you are going to read about 2 teenagers and you have to read carefully to win 100 points. So we are going to share the reading activity first and then the challenge, okay? Well, for you, it's going to be easy, but it was thought to be done with the students, right?
Okay, are you giving them some time for reading, Caro?
Yes, just 1 minute. Go on. 1 minute, or I don't know, it's enough for you, I think.
Okay. So it's for you to share with your students. This activity was created thinking about secondary school students.
Yes, it's for high school students dealing with routines with the simple present tense, and this is a reading activity.
In the chat, you have the reading link.
Yes, also here in the streaming. Let us know if you are reading. Maria Luisa, you have the link in the chat box. What about you, Cecilia Muratori? Are you reading the activity? Why not?
I can't find the link.
Where? Okay.
It's big.
Yes, I found it. I found it.
Okay.
No, I mean, Angela says she couldn't work with the other challenges. Well, Angela says she couldn't work with the other challenges. The first one was putting yourself a nickname, looking for pictures. You don't need links for those, so don't worry about the first the first 3 challenges, because it was they were meant to be shared in the chat box. So
Yes,
don't worry
you
about the
have-
links for those. The
Now
important thing was the batch.
Focus in here in the 5th challenge now.
Yes.
So, if you have read about Chiara and James, let's see. What you have to do is you are going to take a quiz. No, come back, please.
Okay, sorry.
Here in the QR code, you are going to get a quiz that you have to answer. Let us know if you got them all right. I'm sharing the link now. Yes, give me a minute. There you go. Yes, the reading activity was a video because I wanted my students to listen, to read and listen, okay? I think you can open this link, Miss. We can do it together.
All right.
It's a short quiz, a very short quiz. 4 out of 4. Wow. Congratulations. Done. Okay. So we can do it together. You have to answer, how does Chiara get to school? By car, by bus? She walks or she rides a bike? What do you remember? Cool. She gets to school by bus. Let's see the next one. What time does she finish school? 12:30, 1 o'clock, 6 o'clock, 6:30. 6:30, oh, you are so quick. Let's see. Cool. Where is James from? The US, Australia, England, South Africa, England. Okay, let's see. And he's studying a language. Which is that language? French. All right. Excellent. Amazing result. Okay, so you are going to receive some points for this activity.
It's 100 points, right?
That's right. It was 25 for each correct answer. Because some of you got 3 out of 4, so you have 75 points. Okay. Let's see, the next one is also connected with this reading activity. Check your memory with this game about Chiara and James. And this is a memory game that you can do it as soon as you get the QR code. Let's go. We are sharing the links also.
Okay.
Okay.
I miss connection, so probably it's
I can hear you well and I can see you.
good.
So there we go. Are you finishing? I can do it because of my bad connection. No problem. You will have it to do it whenever you want. The Saeta bus? What is that? Are you laughing at my pictures in the game? Okay. Done with the memory game. Perfect. Are you finishing this memory game? Because it's going to be useful for the last challenge.
Good.
Let us know. Thumbs up if you are finishing with the memory game.
Okay. Check the streaming just in case.
I'm checking. Yeah. I'm refreshing the streaming. Not yet. Okay. Lovely. Okay. Finishing, done, done, done. Most teachers here are done. So, not yet. Great activity. Okay, shall we wait or shall we move on?
I think we have 4 minutes to finish these challenges.
Yeah. Okay, so let's move on. Because you have 90 points if you got all of the answers in the memory game. And now, sorry, I am going to see it here. Oh, I cannot see it. Can you read the last challenge, please?
All right. The last challenge says, prove how fast you are by writing as many sentences as you got about Kiara and James. You will get 20 points for each correct sentence. So I'm going to start the timer. So what you're supposed to do is write in sentences about Kiara and James.
In 2 minutes.
In 2 minutes.
6 sentences.
Ready?
We will ask you to read them.
Steady. Go.
We are going to be severe with punctuation and also with grammar. You are not going to get the points if it's not correctly spelled. Okay?
Yes.
Pay attention. Okay. I think the timer had music.
It does? I don't know, you cannot listen?
No, we cannot.
Oh, what about the people? Because I can't hear it. Wait a second. I will try and do it.
No problem. 30 seconds. But you have to, teacher, sorry, you have to write all the sentences like in the same chat, because now we cannot count your sentences. But okay, don't worry. All right, the last 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, Great, great, great. We can see all the sentences together. Time's up. Cool.
Yes.
So how many sentences did you write? At least you should have written 6 sentences. I don't know. How many did you write? You have 20 points for each correct sentence, and we are checking spelling, capital letters, punctuation, of course that they are true. Right. Okay, teachers, it was just to have fun, okay? So let's see the next one, the next slide. What's your final score? You can share your final score in the chat box. And congratulations, you have reached level 3. Are you counting your points?
410. The last challenge was 10 per sentence, something like that. Yes.
20.
20%.
20 for
each sentence.
if the sentence was correct. All right. Okay, we have Milena Milena Saavedra with 350 points. Wow. Emilia Guantay with 410. Cool. So do we have a winner? An epic teacher?
It depends on how many points do you have, Juan.
We are going to see who is the one with
I
more
mean, besides
points.
in gamification, you don't have grades, you have points, right?
300
and you have to sum up all the numbers for each of the challenges.
Here in YouTube, I have one teacher, 375, another 360, 275, 350, okay. 500, anyone?
480 for Pau. Almost there.
Almost there. Okay, it was only for fun. Juan, each challenge has a score. So depending on your performance, you were taking the points, okay? So I think I didn't count the points. Oh, oops. Congratulations to you, teachers. It was a gamified reading activity that you can also implement in your lessons.
All right. Thank you, Caro. And we are getting to the final part of the workshop. And in this case, I want to revise, some things that we have been dealing with in the previous part of the workshop. What do you remember are the elements that can help me gamify my lessons or activities? What do you remember? Miss Carolina showed a lot of them, and also Romina, right? What are the elements that can help me gamify my lessons? Because remember that you can gamify a whole lesson or just some activities in the class. What do you remember? Share in the chat, please. Clear objectives, great. Roles, progression, fun, engagement, teamwork, ability, boundaries, teamwork, fun, collaboration, rewards, challenging, achievable activities, recognition. Great. Well, okay, do you have a couple of ideas from the streaming?
Fun and enjoyment. Mm-hmm.
Great. Fun and enjoyment. Well, I'm going to show you an example of a gamified lesson plan. Yes, and in this case, what you need in order to gamify a whole lesson plan, and this was created if you want to gamify a complete lesson plan, what you need first is to create a narrative. Yes, it means to give or provide a context for the students, such as, for example, solving a mystery, collecting things, experience life in different planets, like a project, yes, or becoming a hero. It gives, as Romina said, the epic meaning of the lesson, yes. Secondly, as you said, also having an end goal. You have to provide or like an objective for the students to work towards this goal. Yes, and in this case, the students will become players. Yes, they will not be, and they will not longer be students, but players. Next, as you said, you have to create a set of levels, points, and scores, because this is what provides some motivations for the students, and it gives them a sense of reward. Yes, a permanent reward. Yes, a permanent. Okay, next. You have to create a set of rules. Some people talked about boundaries, yes. So the students are supposed to know what to do or not in the environment of the game. Yes, and the last, you have to provide them the badge, the rewards for their accomplishments, yes. All these elements, you have to take them into account if you want to create a complete lesson plan, yes, with this gamification model, yes. So here I will show you an example, yes, of a lesson plan. Wait. Well, I will wait for you. You can, scan the QR code later. I will show you this lesson, which is called A Field Trip to the Farm. Carol, let me know if everything works well, please.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, good. For this lesson plan is about a field trip to the farm, yes? And here you have my character, yes? So his name is Alex. Hello, young adventurer. My name is Alex, and you are going to spend a day at the farm, learning all about country life. So in this lesson plan, you are going to revise all the contents you worked with in the 4th grade in primary school. For example, this is an example that you can use at the end of the year in order to revise all the contents you presented along the year. It says, to become a true little farmer, you need to complete 4 fun challenges. So get ready for the adventure. Challenge number 1 is called the Lost School Supplies Scarecrow. Yes, and here what you're going to do is go to the link, and I'm going to host a game. It says, you've just arrived at the farm, and Farmer McGregor asked for help. His scarecrow lost all its school supplies in the field. To make the scarecrow happy again, you need to find and name the missing items. Yes? Okay. Wait a second. I'm going to show you the
Yes, we are going to share the link right now.
yes.
They are going to play, right?
Sorry?
Are they going to play?
Yes, they are going to play because this one is like a quest, you know, and I'm going to show them the code. Wait a second. They have to go to the link, and I'm going to put the number right there. Okay. Mm-hmm.
All right. The
Yes.
blue kit. Okay.
Mm-hmm. There you have to put this code or scan the QR code here on the upper part of the page. Or I will share the link in the chat box.
I have shared the link. I have shared the link.
Great.
Yes. There we can see some teachers, Clau, Daniel, Lily, Miss Gabby. That's you?
No, it's not me.
Another Gabby. Okay.
Or just 6 people. Can you listen to the music, Caro, or not?
No, there is no music. We cannot listen to the music. Georgina, Daniel, Javier, Fabri, Emilce, Annie, Alex, Annie Busquets, Facu.
What about now?
Not yet.
No music?
No.
Okay.
What kind of music? Is it about the farmer?
Again.
I can remember the song of the farmer.
Okay, might be that. All right. Shall I start? We have 54 people. Good. What do you think?
I think we should move on because we don't have much time.
Okay, good. You have the instructions on the screen. It seems people
Some
are
teachers,
saying-
some
What?
teachers are saying that they cannot play because it says invalid game because of the ID.
Because of what? The
Invalid
link I
game.
sent in the chat, but probably it's about to finish.
Okay, that's why maybe.
And I've already started the game. It's probably that. Okay, now we have the winners here. Claudia is the first, the winner.
Amazing. Like a lot of points.
Yes. I don't know. Wow. It's a lot, but Miss Vero is the same almost. All right. Well, this one, wait a second. It was the ICT tool, yes, gives you this badge, but I wanted to share with you this ICT tool called BlueKit, yes, and here you have some special features that you can choose, diverse game modes, yes, and when you win every, challenge, yes, you obtain what is called Blook, yes, that is to say avatars that students collect in the games as currency, yes, for their correct answers, and then they can spend this currency to acquire new Blooks. And this adds personal motivation and rewards to the students. It can be also hosted as we did in a classroom setting, yes, and it gives you immediate feedback, yes. Also encourages competitive environment and can be assigned for students to play in their own time. So if you don't want to play it in the class, you can give the QR codes for them to play in their houses. Yes. So, and of course, you can view who or each individual process, yes, after in your reports. Yes. But it has some drawbacks, which is the activities or the games are limited to multiple choice questions and also to the internet connection. Yes. Okay, if we go to the second challenge, this is called the family tree harvest. And it says, Farmer McGregor wants to show you his family's history. He has a beautiful old family tree, but the names of his relatives have faded. You need to help with him to remember who everyone is. Yes, and here you have a different game. Yes, I'm going to show you all the games and what you can do with them because they are, of course, for 4th grade. Here you have...
Sorry, Miss. We are still seeing the winners from Blue Kids.
Okay, now what about...
Now I am seeing...
Yes. Okay, as I was saying, the second challenge is called the family tree harvest. Yes. Okay, you have to help the farmer to remember the names of the family, yes, which is a very common topic for 4th grade. And here you have a bottom, yes, this is an embedded application called Lumi. And here you can listen to the name of the family, yes, and you're supposed to choose the correct picture, yes. Is it familiar for you? This content, maybe you have seen it before, probably. How do you call this one?
We are not listening to the audio, but we will share these activities with you.
Okay, well, my question was that if somebody knows what application am I using in this game? Maybe because some teachers may be familiar with this.
Okay, let me check here.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't have any answers yet.
No
WhatsApp
answers?
is the name. WhatsApp. It's not WhatsApp.
No,
No, I haven't.
no. Well, we're going to move on, well, so that you can have,
Genially.
sorry, Genially, yes, but within the Genially, we have an activity, yes, which is here embedded in this page. You will see now. Well, this application is called Lumi, yes, and this is an app that you can download for free in your computers, and it is it lets you include H5P content types, yes, which sometimes it is limited because you have, restrictions if you want to use this online. But here within the Lumi application, you can use everything you have in H5P openly, yes. And you have to install them in your computer, yes, and you have different type of activities. Besides, you can also use it offline, yes. You have the option to use this application and download the content you create, and as you have seen before, embedded in your website, any website. For the third challenge, it says it's feeding time on the farm and all the animals are hungry. Yes, it says Farmer McGregor needs your help to give them the right food. You must name each food item correctly. So here for this activity, you have a memory game. This memory game, yes, you will also have the chance to play it, but here you have to look at the words, yes, because this is also a topic you work in 4th grade, the food items, and so you have to match them. Okay. Well, this game, okay. Potatoes. Well, this game was created. Yes, here you have the badge, yes, for the game. And this is a game created with Interactive. Interactive is also a website that you can customize interactive. You have different content like trivia quizzes, personality quizzes, memory games, puzzles, crosswords, and it allows universal embedding. Yes, projects can be easily shared and played on any device, desktop, mobile, tablet, and can be embedded directly into a website. Using the code, right? But the only thing that I can say that is negative about this application is that you don't have the leaderboards available. They are just only available for premium users. Yes. And okay, the final challenge, yes, is this puzzle, yes, that I created with the application called Online Puzzle Maker. Yes, and you can find it with this logo This offers a diverse range of interactive puzzles, yes, such as crosswords, word search, matching games, memory games also. And what is positive about this is that it has a high level of customization, like the visuals, the backgrounds, the clues, and the end message. It also offers some limitations for the free version, yes. And okay, as a closure to this lesson plan, you can say you are now a little farmer. You can use your new English skills to talk about everything you saw and did on the farm and adventure. What was your favorite part of the trip? So for closing this presentation, I want you to share which application you liked the most from this lesson plan.
You have presented BlueKit, Lumi, Interactive.
Yes, and the puzzle maker. Lumi says, well, Lumi has a lot of 5P content. Yes, but that's what I said before. Veronica, do you want to share something?
They are commenting on Lumi. They like Lumi, BlueKit. Cool.
Well, we will give you everything. We will share with you this presentation so that you can maybe use it with your students, or I don't know if you want to use the ideas, to scan the games. Yes. All right. There you can scan the QR code for the presentation, because I mean we are running out of time. That's why I have to rush with the presentation.
I mean, we want to give you time to do the evaluation form that you're going to do now in a few minutes.
Okay. Okay, so we have offered some options for you to use them in your classrooms. Yes, that is to say in the primary and secondary schools. So, so you like BlueKit more than the rest of them. Well, Cara, what do you think? Should we move on to the evaluation now?
Yes, because it's short.
Yeah,
we are giving you 15 minutes to complete it. You can do it.
All right. I will put the code then for the evaluation form. Sorry. Yes. There you are. I will also share the link for the evaluation here in the chat.
I will paste it. I have it here.
You have it here? Okay, I don't know what was. Okay, good.
Remember that if you want the certificate, you should complete the evaluation form and the attendance form. In a few minutes, you will have the attendance form.
Okay. If you want to ask a question, to, I don't know, give us some feedback on the presentations, on the games, we are here.
You go and complete the evaluation form, but if you have any question, we are here to help you, to give you feedback.
No, now we want their feedback, right?
Also, if you want to make any comment about the workshop, about the ideas, about your own ideas to implement this.
Yes, of course. If you have more ideas for us or for your colleagues, that's awesome. Let us know if you're already working on the evaluation with an emoji, right? So nobody answered. I guess they are working, Caro.
Yes, I guess they are.
I feel alone. What about the streaming? Are they making comments or not?
No, they seem to be
they're
working also. They are completing the form. I remind you that this session is recorded in the YouTube channel that we have that is called Fortalecimiento del Inglés. And there in the description box, you will have everything, all the links, all the lesson samples. Okay.
Yes, it will be in the YouTube channel for the Fortalecimiento. Great, Analia.
Congratulations, an 8. Perfect.
That's okay. Did you finish, Angela? Are you done? Good. Oh, it's not a bad mark. 7 is not bad.
Okay. You have to complete this evaluation form now until 6 o'clock, and also the attendance form that we are going to share in a few minutes if you want to get a certificate, okay?
Yes, you need to do the badge. I don't know who was asking and it was too fast. You have a couple of minutes more, so you can do it. It's a very short task. We will have, we will not leave the evaluation form open until 6.
After 6.
No, we are going to leave it open, just 10 minutes more, and that's all. So, we already have 39 people, and according to these numbers, we will be waiting a bit more. The QR to get the badge. Well, I will send again the links for the badge. There you are. Okay, we have 52 answers, Caro. What about there? No questions?
One teacher is saying that when she tries to upload the badge, it says opción rechazada por el servidor. Why is that? Maybe because of the format?
I will check the answers of the rest of the people. Okay.
Done, but I didn't submit my badge. Why not?
I can see a lot of files. A lot of files of badges.
Andrea, if you want to show your badge here, you can send it. You can attach the file.
Awesome, people. Many of the badges, I can see all of them. They are PDF files. Sometimes they are Word files. They are JPG files. Yeah, you have it accepts any kind of file. PDF, Word, and also images. I can see a lot of capybaras and stars, and I also can see dogs, cats, stitches. Beautiful work. So I guess a lot of golden also badges. Perfect. A lot of people are working or have done them before. 81 so far.
I'm sharing again the links for the badge for those who couldn't do it before. And yes, some teachers are saying that they have finished. They had finished. Okay. Andrea, she said, if you continue with this problem, just send the badge, show it here, okay?
Yeah. So far we have, 90 answers.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how many people in total.
We have 62 teachers here.
Someone needs the link for the form or not?
I'm checking your badge, Adriana. And Andrea Giselle, you can also share the link of the badge.
Sol, do you want to ask something? Sol Merida? Open your microphone, please, if you want, or chat. I don't know. It's okay. It's up to you. Great. Alejandro and Alejandra Burgos. All right. We have 108.
Most teachers are finishing and they are asking for the attendance form. Yes.
Yeah.
In
4 minutes, we are just closing or changing for the attendance. What do you think, Caro? It's okay?
Yes, because they need some minutes to complete the attendance too.
All right. Yeah, 3 minutes more and we are going to put the attendance. So don't worry, don't get anxious.
If you have finished and you want to talk, you can do it. You can you can tell us what you think about this workshop. Was it new for you, this topic of gamification? What was like surprising for you? Don't panic. You have time to complete everything.
And Elida, I will suggest that when you want to attend a workshop or a course, you can ask for permission because you are given a certificate here for you to present in your work. And so you don't have to do two things at the same time, right? And so you can get the most of the workshop if you pay attention and are present in the session and not working at the same time. Yes. So you have some, if you go, I don't know whether you work in a public school or not, but the idea is that you can get the certification for the attendance, and so you don't have to be doing the two things at the same time. Right? Yes. Thank you, Daniel.
They are asking when they will receive the certificate.
Thank you, Cande.
The certificate? We don't know because it does not depend on us when they are getting the certificates.
We don't have an exact date, but it will be soon because it's only a form, so we don't have to correct many things. So probably they will get them sooner.
I think it's time to share the attendance form also.
Good. Excellent. Yeah. There you are.
Yeah.
When
Give
you
me a minute
complete your
to be
attendance
ready.
form, you may leave the session, right? Or not, Caro? Yes.
Yes, sure.
Well, we are very, glad that you could connect, that you could participate actively in the workshop. And some people, yeah, I will share the link. Sorry about that. This is for the attendance, right? Good.